Seeing the airplanes launch and fly in the air.
Clear skies out in Hillsboro today. Coming up, we take you there for the 25th annual block party at the airport, where the community got a look inside.
And it's going to be a warm and dry start to the week. Coming up in your first alert forecast, I'll show you a chance for showers and cooler temperatures.
But first, under pressure, residents on Portland's west side were getting less than desirable water coming out of their faucets today. The latest on the water main break.
First, live, local. The 10 o'clock news starts now on Fox 12 Oregon.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. First on Fox tonight, many of you may have woken up to an unpleasant surprise when you turned on your faucets. If you live in West Portland, there's a good chance that water came out discolored. That's after a large water main break in Northwest Portland. Fox 12's Julia Lopez joins us live from where it all happened. So Julia, what's the status right now?
Well, as you can see, crews are still here off of 29th and 31st in Northwest, where a large pipe broke this morning. Now, the discolored water is safe, but some of these nearby businesses lost water entirely. I spoke with one kitchen who told me that they've got dishes piled up all day. I also spoke with someone who didn't lose water, but told me they're not happy with how it looked this morning.
I brushed my teeth with toilet water. That was nice.
Jason lives in West Portland and says he can't start his day until he's brushed his teeth.
So I woke up this morning. I started to brush my teeth, you know, like any of us people out here. I started brushing my teeth and I started. The water was brown.
He filled up a clear cup to discover
Pretty dirty water. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm like, that's not normal. I don't come out like that. You know, I ain't chewing no toenails.
he talked with his neighbors who told him their water was discolored too.
What will correct my water system to come out like this?
Ty Kovach with the Portland Water Bureau says they started getting calls from people like Jason at 9:30 Saturday morning. A 16-inch cast iron pipe installed in 1949 broke around Northwest 29th and 31st Avenues, flooding surrounding industrial blocks and discoloring water across the west side. 15 customers lost water entirely.
It can create, for lack of a better description, a wave that kind of goes through the system because it's all interconnected. And just like if you stir up a stream by kicking the rocks around and get it all muddy, in a minute it settles back down. It's the exact same principle.
He says sandy soils pushed the water further. They filled several dump trucks with sand and got the break under control in 2 hours. Kovach says Portland's water system is healthy, with more than 2,000 miles of water main, with nearly 200 breaks a year. Discolored water is safe to drink and shower in, just unsightly. Jason's water cleared quickly, and he's grateful for the clean water we typically rely on.
Whatever I dealt with, it was just a small little taste of what other people are going through right now.
Water Bureau officials say having a water supply is essential. You never know how long these repairs might take. They hope to have this new pipe installed by the end of the week. Live in Northwest Portland, Julia Lopez, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right, Julia, thank you. Well, it's good to know that nobody would have gotten sick from drinking the water. If they did, no boil water notice in effect. So, yeah, it's a good night in Portland.
And it was a good day, not having to battle any adverse weather conditions to get that done, which probably helped things get wrapped up pretty quickly. Right now, we're looking at the conditions at that Shriners Children's camera, upper 50s, kind of a west-northwest wind, so predominantly west wind at 6 miles per hour. We were warmer today, just like we had anticipated. Quite a few of us made it into the 70s, even in a couple places along the coast. Here's 46 right now in Newport and Calm. Now, when you get up tomorrow, you're going to have sunny skies and mild temperatures just right around average. There may be a few what we call these high thin clouds that come through the day, but really it's going to be another sunny day with warmer temperatures. As we warm through the afternoon, we could be to 70 by noon, definitely by about that mid-late daytime, and then 5 o'clock we're looking at temperatures possibly in those mid-70s, and just a light and variable wind, pretty calm actually is what we're looking at for the wind through the metro, the valleys. At the coast, it'll be sunny and mild. Oh, look at that. I did it again. 647 degrees there in Astoria, which should actually be about 64 degrees. So I'll just fix that. We'll go like that. Then you can see your temperatures there along the coast. My fingers got a little crazy, I think, entering those temperatures in for you. And then in the valleys, sunny and warm. A few areas, just a few of morning fog. Not as much as we saw today. Upper 60s to mid 70s again. And then when you're looking at the gorge area, you'll see mostly mid 70-degree temperatures, a very light east wind, and sunny. Up at the mountain, that freeze level still around 13,000 feet. Maybe the mid upper 50s to low 70s as you head down to the foothills. And then central and eastern Oregon will be sunny and warm. There will be a few areas with just a little spots of smoke in central Oregon, but nothing too bad or crazy. Just keep that in mind if you happen to be in that part of the region. Portland metro temperatures will mainly be in the low to mid 70s. Again, those impacted by the east wind, very light east wind. We'll see the warmest of the temperatures, but in general, it's going to be light and variable for the winds. As we look through the model forecast, you'll notice nothing's happening. We're all the way to Monday. We're just seeing a few clouds. Then we get a few showers. You see those little sprinkles that possibly come through on Tuesday? Basically, Tuesday through Thursday, we have this trough, just the leading edge of it, that's kind of going to be to our northwest, which means that as this ridge starts to break down going through Monday, we have a possibility of seeing a few showers. The time that our atmosphere is the coolest is right around Thursday night. That briefly goes through and then starts to build and push back in on Friday going into the weekend, meaning we have a chance to see those temperatures warm back up. Here's what it looks like on your 7-day forecast. A couple of warm days as we have that ridge and that light east wind, so dry and warm. Then we get to Tuesday. We see that slight chance for showers that stays with us through Thursday. You saw that cooler atmosphere coming in for cooler temperatures, mid 60s Thursday, Friday, and then warming back up with just some morning clouds next weekend. Amel.
All right, Katie, thank you. Turning now to the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Rescue efforts in North Carolina are now largely turning into recovery missions as hopes dwindle of finding additional survivors. In some of the hardest hit areas, volunteer organizations are stepping in to bring critical relief to people who've lost everything. For Fox 12, Madison Scarpino reports.
The number of deaths from Helene is only expected to rise as crews continue to search those hard-to-get-to areas, while volunteer organizations are actually going out to those spots in helicopters. And we got a ride with Samaritan's Purse to get a better view of the damage. We're flying over the mountains of western North Carolina with Samaritan's Purse. The organization has been dropping off some key supplies to some of the hardest hit areas by Helene. That includes things like water, food, and baby supplies. Towns deep into the Appalachian Mountains close to Lake Lure are destroyed. Most of the few roads in and out were washed away. We saw collapsed bridges, piles of debris, and people's homes destroyed. The majority of stories we're hearing from survivors are of neighbors helping neighbors. Some people think there should be more federal help. But Samaritan's Purse and thousands of other volunteers jumped in to help impacted communities almost immediately.
I've been doing this for 35 years, and I normally work in the big refugee areas and war zones and that kind of stuff. And this is it's a horrible event, and it is easy to underestimate it because it feels like it's in a contained area. It's a total disaster when you're cut off. People can't get out. The resources are not coming into them.
While clean water is still a top priority for these hard-hit areas, volunteers are also sending in Starlinks and other technology. Some people are still without cell service. In Arden, North Carolina, Madison Scarpino, Fox News.
One man is recovering tonight after he was shot in the leg. Portland police say this happened around 4 a.m. on Southeast 3rd Avenue and Washington Street. When officers arrived, they found that a man had been shot in the leg and his bag was stolen. He was taken to an area hospital with what we're told are non-life-threatening injuries. No arrests have been made. And Portland police are increasing their efforts to target open drug use, especially on Max lines. They say earlier this week, officers teamed up with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office and their Transit Police Division to make a series of drug busts. They seized more than 1 kilogram of fentanyl, 33 grams of heroin, and 1,000 fentanyl pills. This happened in the area between the Max stop at 148th Avenue and Burnside to the Gateway Transit Center. They also arrested 18 people. Hillsboro's block party at the airport took place today. It's an event that welcomes the community inside for an up-close and personal look at airport operations and aviation career paths. And our crews were there to capture all the fun. For those interested in a career in aviation, or maybe you just want to see the behind the scenes of an airport, Hillsboro's block party at the airport was the place to be on Saturday.
I got to go inside an airplane.
Formerly known as the Hillsboro Air Fair, this free all-ages event gives the community a close-up look at airport operations.
That's really just to capture that community feel and celebration that's happening here today.
Complete with aircraft tours, kids' activities, live music, and more, this 25-year-old event allows folks to come out and learn about how the airport works and the local jobs it creates. That's exactly why Raju brought his 2 kids out for a day on the runway.
The most exciting part is that looking inside the plane, how it is going to fly, and we are seeing the steering wheels.
Those in attendance, including Samuel and Stuthi,
Seeing the airplanes launch and fly in the air.
also got access to real business jets, airplane restoration projects, and airfield bus tours of Oregon's second busiest airport. But if that wasn't enough, there was also a flight simulator, pilot meet and greets, and an opportunity for kids to see how an airplane is made.
It's important because aviation is a great activity. The kids are very sophisticated. They got mentors. They've got guys who built airplanes, adults who built airplanes, guiding them.
So whether you're a plane enthusiast or just looking for a good time, there is something for everyone to enjoy.
It's really fun just to see the reactions of people when they get to get that up-close look at aircraft.
Well, runners are gearing up for the 52nd Portland Marathon happening this weekend. The marathon, half marathon, and 10K all take place tomorrow morning starting at 7. The race begins at Tom McCall Waterfront Park at the intersection of Nadeau Parkway and Salmon Street. If the route will be near your home, impacting traffic, you should have received a letter in the mail letting you know. To see a full map of the runner's course, head to our website, kptv.com. Colorado State and Oregon State will become conference rivals come the 2026 season, but today it was Mountain West against the Pac-12. Fox 12's Nick Krupke was in Corvallis as the Beavers put on an overtime thriller at Reser Stadium.
Well, Pac-12 forever. Took a little bit extra long, but these Beavers move along to 4-1. Sunny and 69 at kickoff for the Beavs. They 4th at home in 5 games stretch there. OSU, orange hats off to you. Looking fresh for the first of 2 bye weeks of the season. Colorado State counting its first trip to Corvallis since 1975. They'll meet many more times as Pac-12 partners come 2026. Those immaculate vibes, though, in the Mid-Valley dissipated greatly early. The Beavs' first 2 possessions, turnovers. Interception turned into a quick score. And then this devastating fumble by Jam Griffin. The Beavs' power back suffered an injury to his lower leg, did not return. The redshirt senior from Rome, Georgia, remained on the sidelines, not on crutches. The bad vibes, the first change with back-to-back scoring drives to center it back before the half. 4th and 1. Giovanni McCoy, correct call on the option. The transfer QB from Idaho can go 29 yards. Game tied at 7. Final ticks before the break. The Beavs plow on the goal line to get Hank in for 6. Colorado transfer Anthony Hankerson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. He'd get 9, 14-10 Beavs at half. That tallied Tovaline into the 4th. First play that final frame. 4th and short from the 7. Go ahead and get all of it. McCoy on the carry, the draw to read the right gap to get in, lower the shoulder to 21-14 Beavs after a near 9-minute, 87-yard, 14-play drive. The Rams that went 14 plays, about 7 minutes, made it 21-16 under a half quarter to play. After a quick Beaver 3 and out, Rams rocketed right back in the red zone. 4th and goal from the 1. The visitors keep on trucking, take the lead their first since that first quarter, 24-21, under 2 minutes to go. Field goal to tie, touchdown to win. Anything less wouldn't do for OSU. Well, they got senior Everett Hayes, a 44-yard attempt, up and good to force a little overtime. Hayes' 3rd make of the season, some 20 seconds to play. Beavs' first OT game in 3 years, their first with the new rules. After CSU scored first, Beavs replied. McCoy, 3rd and 4 from the 19, getting the touchdown hat trick. 31-31, flipped the field. Hankerson dashed in from the 25, and then McCoy connected for the successful 2 in the air. 39-31, Pac-12 After Dark fully engaged. Rams needed 8, 4th and gotta have it. Andre Jordan Jr. denies them. Beavs survive them. 39-31. in 2 overtimes. Trent Bray, the first Oregon State head coach to begin his career with a 4-run record. Coming into this odd year of Beaver Nation, navigating away from this new landscape of big-time college football. Enjoy every win.
There's nothing that can save you at that point. You just got to have straight heart. I mean, it's overtime, it's an extra quarter, so you just got to have straight heart and dog to play.
This team is a team that's going to continue to fight, especially when our backs are against the wall. You know, we're never going to give up.
All that does is just build my confidence up even more, just week by week, and yeah, it's a great feeling to have.
Tonight, I just feel like I gained another why in the middle of the game, and you know, just seeing my brother there right beside me, and he just looking me in my eyes, telling me, man, I need you, I need this.
Beaver Nation feeling pretty darn good about this. They'll be back home here with UNLV in 2 weeks, but first up, they'll be going to Nevada for the Wolfpack, another Mountain West opponent. In Corvallis, Nick Krupke, Fox 12 Oregon.
Wow, what a game. And they had good weather, right?
Yes, they had great weather last night when they had the U of O game, and then they had great weather today for those games. I was out at a game today, and it was quite nice. Yeah. If anything you have going on the next couple of days where you need to be outside and you don't want to get wet or be chilly, then you have 2 days more of warm and dry. Now, the chance for showers that we're watching for on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's not a huge, downpour of showers right now. It just looks like some sprinkles, but definitely cooler air coming in and cooling us back to average by the time we get to next Saturday.
I'm going to say the 66 on Thursday looks good to me.
Well, you get 2 of those days.
Yeah, even better. I didn't even see. Thank you, and thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Good Day Oregon on Fox 12 is going to start tomorrow morning at 6. Have a great night.
Thanks for watching Fox 12 Oregon News. Watch us live wherever you are on our website, our mobile, and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.